My name is David Collinge and I'm the Managing Director of Mankin. On leaving school, I was trained as a press photographer, and about 5 years after doing that, we had an approach, the family business had an approach to sell the business, which was then our business, John Spencer Textiles, our weaving business. I said to my father at the time that, hang on, what happens if I want to come into the business? And he said, well, I never really thought you were interested. And I said, well, I never really thought I was, but I am now. So I joined the business, of which I'm the 6th generation to follow into. I learnt to do every job through the mill, and I wasn't allowed to move on from one job to another until I'd actually mastered that job. My father gave me my first sales contact, and he said to me, I've heard there's a really difficult old chap down in London who everybody has a bit of a problem dealing with, so he'll be a good guy to start with, so you can go and deal with him. And so I was sent out on the train, and Mankin was my first customer. He and I got on very well. He was a guy who really knew exactly what he wanted. He had a very keen eye for design. He was very generous, and he took me under his wing. He really became a mentor for me. Our relationship with Mankin grew and grew. He'd started off buying all his fabrics in India. Over a period of time, he transferred all the production back to ourselves. It came over the years that we were making about 85% of the Mankin collection. And so the two businesses became completely intertwined. The simple things always sell. People always want simple things. The most popular fabrics are still the classic Mankin tickings. Ian started his business with tickings and basic utilitarian fabrics, which he elevated to an interior design use. And they've been popular ever since. And year on year, they continue to sell. When we're looking to make new designs, we don't tend to ask for a lot of advice. We have a very small but great design team. We have confidence in the designs that we're producing. They're not fancy, but what we understand is particularly with stripes, which is what we're famous for, we understand what makes a stripe work, how to make the distances between the stripes work, the balance of the colours. It's something that we're confident in, so we put together a new collection, and we can put it out and say, this is Mankin, this is what we believe in. The mill in Burnley is now the last remaining traditional cotton mill. We have 30 looms in our mill. In the 1920s, there were over 100,000 looms in the town. We're the last ones left, and being the last man standing, I think, is something to be really proud of. The business has grown over the years, but rather like our fabrics, that growth has been organic. The Mankin business, when we took it over, was very much a London and the South East business. We've rolled out the business now to trade customers all over the UK, and we now have distribution in 15 export countries. Really what we're doing is spreading the word of what Mankin's already done to a wider audience. The one thing I've learned being in the family business is patience, because you have to have it in oodles. You have to have patience and broad shoulders, because you carry a lot of responsibility. Textiles and the textile industry is my heritage. It's in my blood. It's what I do, and it's who I am.